Welcome to my show, The Common Sense Man. I'm your host, Jeff Wiley. I'm going to start making these a little quicker. I promised that the first few times. I am actually going to do it. We're going to jump into this on the jobs issue and supply and demand. We have a new definition of what supply and demand means. Um, we literally have this administration saying that there's a demand crisis and not a supply crisis. Well, they created the demand crisis by shutting the supply down. We have a supply crisis, but it's a normal demand. It's normal people and normal people going to the grocery store and buying things. And used car sales are up ridiculous right now. I mean, 2004 is going for 20 grand right now. Okay, and you can't get new cars because of chips. Okay, and by the way, we get all that stuff from China. Things are really getting weird, and we're being told that we need to buy Christmas gifts early. We don't need to be that late Christmas shopper because all the stuff is going to be stuck off the coast in cargo containers of LA, because it's just we have so much supply right now. We are so much demand right now. Well, we only have the normal demand. It's not any different than we had in 2020. Okay, the only thing that we couldn't keep on the shelves in 2020 was toilet paper and sanitary wipes. Okay, now we can't keep anything on there. Canned food, meats. I did a little quick shoot on Facebook about if you can get a cow, if you can afford to get a quarter, a half, or a whole damn cow, if you can get it to the butcher in time, I would suggest get one. If you can fill your meat with freezer right now, I would do it because in the next 6 months, it's going to go up another 20, 30%. It's happening. Okay. There's not enough truckers to deliver what you need. Even if they offloaded everything in California right now, the EPA is so beat up, the trucking industry and the train industry, you can't haul anything on a train because that's bad for the environment. Everything's bad for the environment. So now guess who's paying for it? It's not the rich. It's not the people that sit up on the hill. It's us. We're the ones that pay for that. Us. Okay, the working class people that they say, oh well, the taxes are only going to hit the $400,000 or more. No, it won't. It'll hit us. It's hitting us at the gas pump. When did Joe Biden ever pay for a tank of gas? Seriously. When is Nancy Pelosi or any of those, Mitch McConnell or any of those people that have been in politics now for 20, 30, 40 years paid for a tank of gas? They get stipends for that crap. Or they got a driver that goes and puts it in for them before they even get in the automobile. Again, these aren't blue dog Democrats that actually voted for the working class back in the 60s. Like I said, my parents were Democrats in the 60s. They became non-Democrats in the 70s thanks to Jimmy Carter and his policies, a la Carter 2.0. This is like Carter on steroids right now. And then they became Republicans under Ronald Reagan because Ronald Reagan got government out of the way. Just like Donald Trump tried to do is get government out of the way. A pandemic is the only thing that kept him from getting 4 more years. I'm sorry, the economy was booming. If you want to look at something seriously, I watch people, streamers that play video games, makes me laugh sometimes. And it takes me back to a time when I could have done that 25 years ago or 30 years ago because I was pretty good at video games. I still play them. I'm in my 50s and I still play them once in a while. But I watch it. I've seen their viewers and the people that subscribe to them drop by the thousands, not by the tens or 20s, by the thousands, because people don't have it right now. And they're worried about tomorrow. Okay, bottom line, we don't have a demand issue. We have a supply chain. Everything's off the coast of the California right now, which begs to differ. Why are we having a supply issue when we can do all of that here? This idiot, President Houseplant, okay, sorry, stole that from Ben Shapiro, but this is a houseplant of a president. If you saw his last town hall and you thought that was a good town hall, the only thing that saved him was Anderson Cooper. Okay, bottom line, that was it. Okay, we don't have a demand problem. We have a supply chain issue problem. Let's unleash the American people and the entrepreneurship that's out there and let people start bringing back they were here. We were told for 8 years under Obama, these jobs will never come back. 400,000 jobs, manufacturing jobs, were created under the last guy. Now they're almost all gone. Sorry, they are. And I'm sorry he was mean and hurt your feelings. You know what? It's time. It's time to stop worrying about getting your feelings hurt. Everybody is going to get their feelings hurt once in a while. And it's better if you get them hurt early because then you can learn to deal with them when you become an adult. Okay, bullying is bad. If you raise your children properly, not to be a jackass when they're at school and not to bully people and to have some moral standing, then guess what? They're going to be a good person. They're not going to step over somebody that's laying in the street and then whip out their camera and take a video of it. They're going to try to help them. If somebody's broke down in a lane, they're going to jump out and try to push the car around a corner so they don't block traffic, and they help them into the gas station. That's what a good moral person does. That comes from moral being raised the right way. There is no demand issue. There's a supply chain issue. And if we don't fix that supply chain issue real quick, which isn't going to happen because Joe Biden, even he doesn't leave. He's got a stage set up to make it look like the White House. Can you imagine if the last president, heck, even if Obama did that, had an actual room set up to look like the White House? What would they be saying about that? Look, there are more people now, gladly. Russell Brand is coming around, and he's not a politician. Joe Rogan has had enough. These are people with big followings, not just the conservative people. Joe Rogan is by far non-conservative, but he has some common sense to look at something and go, "You're lying." He called CNN straight out for being liars, and now they're still saying that they didn't lie about it. The leaders of misinformation right now in this country, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, all those big news net, New York Times, YouTube, Facebook, they're all doing it. Okay, they're all doing it. They're the leaders in it. They don't want a difference of opinion. They don't want a different side to look at that. We need all the information so we can make a decision for ourselves. That's called journalism. So be ready. I know I put this on my Facebook, but be prepared. Start getting yourself ready because there is something coming down to where you see people fight over 40-inch TVs on Black Friday. What are they going to do when there's no food? When they wait for the truck to pull in, that usually on average there are 4 to 5 trucks that pull into most grocery stores on a daily basis to restock. What if there's one every 2 days? One every week? You're going to have people knowing when that truck shows up and waiting in line to get food. And if you're not ready, I could care less about the Christmas present right now or the treadmill that Jen Psaki says is waiting off the coast. It's the treadmill issue. They don't have any concept of what real life is because they've lived in this ivory tower their whole life. They've lived in politics their whole life. And they don't care about you. I don't care what side it's on. They don't. Because they've been a politician their whole life. They don't have to go back into those districts and live the policies that they put forward. I think that's why more Americans need to become politicians and then go back and live your life. So again, I think we need more of us to get involved, not just in the school board meetings, which I think that is great. If I had kids right now, I wouldn't know what to do. I have nephews and nieces that have kids right now, and man, I'm telling you what, I feel for them. I really do. I got in an argument with my daughter's first grade teacher because she was teaching the ABCs and she was putting astronaut instead of apple. And I started arguing with her and she started telling me, well, we need to increase their learning level higher. And I said, she's 5. And if she was a gifted student and she could recite Plato's speeches, then yeah. But she's 5 and she likes to play and school isn't super important to her other than hanging out with other kids right now. So why don't you teach them their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s, basic understanding of English and how to build a sentence structure. And then maybe you can see that they might be a gifted student. So you guys take care of each other. I knew I was going to make this short video. It went a little longer than I thought I could or would. Again, like I said, I got a big announcement this week. I'm going to be doing something that probably, no, I need to. We need to. I don't want to. I think more of us need to. And probably going to take a beating for it, but that's all right. So you guys take care. We'll talk to you soon and have a great day.